Good morning, everybody. If you've been playing hardcore, you will know that there is an extremely dangerous foe coming at you, and those are the Hounds of the Wild Hunt. They are super duper deadly. They have a bunch of different powers, and so I'm going to tell you what I know about them so you can potentially do better on your own while playing Hardcore League. So first, how exactly do they work? Basically, as long as you're in an area that has monsters, so an adventure zone or a quest, you can spawn a hound. Now, the hounds spawn on you. They do not spawn when you do things, so you can loot chests, you can use shrines, you can open doors, it doesn't matter. Instead, they have a timer. So once you enter the quest, a timer starts, and from personal experience, it's anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes, and at some point, you will be attacked by a hound. A large horn will start blaring, you'll hear the sound of wolves, and a blue arrow will appear above the heads of one of your party members. This blue arrow can be on top of a pet that you have, like an artificer dog or a Pale Master Skeleton, or a hireling, so just make sure you're paying attention to the audio cues. If you normally play DDO with your sound off, you're going to die on Hardcore League, so turn that sound on. Now, when they spawn in, they will always go after the person who they are supposed to be hunting first. However, they will change targets very quickly if they start being attacked. The hounds, once they spawn in, have 6 different varieties, and they are bosses. They are red names. You cannot crowd control them, you cannot slow them down. On top of that, if you try to run away from the hounds, they will teleport to you consistently. So your best bet is to kill the hounds when you see them. Now, as I said, there are 6 different types, which will be appearing on the screen right now. You have the kinetic hounds, the decay hounds, the brilliant hounds, the fire hounds, the frost hounds, and the caustic hound. Each hound is a specific champion that already exists in the game. So even though they are red name bosses, they also spawn in as champions. So if you want to know what each of these different champion types do, just check out the wiki for what these champs do when they spawn in so you know ahead of time. On top of that, they also have a passive aura that goes on around them that stacks a damage over time effect and a damage vulnerability effect. This means that if you stand next to a kinetic hound, even if it's not fighting you, you will start taking stacking force damage that goes up every few seconds and force vulnerability that makes you take more damage from force every few seconds. As a result, not killing the hounds is not an option. When the hunt comes for you, you have to fight back. From personal experience, this damage is extremely high and is not tankable. You have to kill it or escape somehow. If you do get caught by the hounds, you can try to recall out of the quest by using a teleportation item of some kind, or the teleport spell, or dimension door, but you will need to leave. Additionally, if you try to escape into another quest, so for example, from the first part of Chanticleer to the second, the hounds will chase you through the quests and keep following you. They will not chase you from quest to adventure zone, so if you recall out of a quest, you can escape into an adventure zone and you'll be fine, but they will chase you down. Additionally, the hounds appear on all difficulties. This is not a Elite or Reaper exclusive mechanic. Normal, hard, and Elite will feature hounds, including the wilderness areas, so be very, very careful about where you're standing. This means you cannot go AFK on quests anymore, so if you are in a quest and you need to go AFK, have people stand by and protect you, or recall out of the quest and start again later. On top of that, the hounds get more dangerous as they level up. They appear to function as Reapers. They're actually basically Doom Reapers, I think, behind the scenes. They have about the right hit points for a Doom Reaper. However, they work in a scaling factor. So the hounds from 1 to 10 have a certain amount of health. Then once you get to a level 11 quests, so that is 9s on Elite difficulty, the hounds suddenly have dramatically more hit points, and the same will happen once you get to level 21. It's the same as the Reaper bands, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and 31 plus. They also hit extremely hard, and while they attack kind of slow in the early game, their attack speed increases as they get higher levels to dramatic proportions, instantly tearing through your allies and yourself. So, how do you stop these hounds? The first thing is to group. If you are caught by yourself, you're probably going to die to a hound. They are very, very difficult to deal with alone, they have a ton of health, and they deal a lot of damage. That means this Hardcore League is not really conducive to going solo, but that makes sense. I'm still going to try it, but for the most part, you generally want to have a group with you at all times. So form up a group, find other people to play with, and stick together. All those quests that you normally split up, you're not splitting up anymore, because the second you go alone, all of a sudden, you now have to worry about getting hounded. Again, it can attack anybody at any time. When you get hounded, make sure you tell your allies. Type into chat, hound, hound, hound. Type into or jump into voice chat and go hound, hound, hound. Make sure you let people know so you can all work together to kill it. Additionally, hirelings and pets are very useful because they will distract the hounds a lot. We ran from 1 to 20 with our skeletons out, and the skeletons formed a nice little wall where you could basically just run through the skeletons, and the hounds would have to try to run around them to be able to keep track of you. Now, none of the hounds have any form of dodge or concealment bypass, so displacement, incorporeality, dodge, armor class, these are great ways to protect yourself from hounds, but elemental damage reduction is also nice too. So if you can have items that passively give you elemental resistance, or just make sure you always have elemental resistance effects on your character, either by casting the spells or drinking potions, you'll be feeling a lot better. So as of right now, how do you deal with the hounds? Well, fight them if you can, and if you can't, you gotta run away and you gotta escape. I really like the hound mechanic. It is absolutely terrifying. It was still dangerous even as we were working our way up to level 20. We started running quests on hard right towards the end of it because we were all very tired. It was about 15 hours into the quest run. And even still on hard difficulty, the hounds were giving us a run for our money and were instantly killing our hirelings. So be careful out there and make sure you're properly geared and ready to fight. I do not know how hard they are on Reaper mode, but I'm working towards Reaper mode at endgame, so I will let you know once I get there. But hopefully this little bit of advice will help some people stay alive this hardcore league. Lastly, I just want to end this video with a couple general tips for hardcore league to help some people out in case you still need some more assistance. If you need consumables to stay alive, you can buy wands from the wand vendor in the marketplace for the shield spell to give yourself protection from magic missile. You can buy resist potions from the potion vendor in the marketplace. It gives you resist energy. You want to make sure you have those and drink them when you can. It'll stop you from dying to kobolds and other things. And you can buy resist 20 potions from a lady at the top of the catacombs. So just go into the catacombs, go upstairs. There's a lady there who sells resist 20s once you get to level 6. Additionally, if you're anybody who has a level of druid, artificer, warlock, sorcerer, or wizard, you can buy wands of stone skin from a person in the Tower of the 12 and start using them at level 7, which will help you a lot by reducing the damage take from each hit by 10. So hopefully those generic tips will help you out. Anyways, I had a blast leveling from 1 to 20 in Hardcore League, and now I'm stoked to start my 5K. I'm stoked to push from 20 to cap and keep playing. So good luck out there, stay alive, and I will see you all in game. Bye-bye.